Hey everybody, it's Kalymnios here from thethoughtgym.com and welcome to this week's video. How are you doing this week? I hope you're fantastic. The sun is shining on a December afternoon here in London, so I've got every reason to be happy. And this week I wanted to talk to you about exercise and exercise choice. It's coming to the end of 2014 and our attentions are often looking towards 2015. And many of us want to do something better with the following year. We create all these New Year's resolutions, and often some of these involve health, fitness, exercise. And we might join a gym, and before we know it, we've kind of given up with the gym. And the reason for that is multifactorial, but one of the reasons is that potentially it might not really be the right type of exercise for you. And I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and I wanted to do a video for you because a lot of people don't choose the right exercise. They don't have the right criteria when choosing the right exercise for them. And I thought it would be useful to share the one that I use when choosing the kind of exercises that I look to engage with, just so that I know that I'm hitting all the marks for my body. I call it like the Super 7, if you like, the Super 7 criteria for choosing exercise. And this is what it is. It's quite simple. The first one is, does it improve my strength in some way? So I'm looking to get stronger, and that might not necessarily be being able to bench press a Mini or a car, or having the biggest muscles or anything like that. That's not really of interest to me. But I do want to increase my strength because for so many reasons. It helps with your bone density in terms of when you're aging. It helps in terms of just everyday life, really, to be stronger and have that strength to move things around, that strength to be on your feet all day, that strength to help your friend move house, that strength to carry the shopping bags, that strength, whatever it is that you need. So does it increase my strength? Does it add to my strength in some way? So that'd be the first criteria. The second one that I look for as well, and these are in no real particular order by the way, is suppleness. Does doing this exercise help make me more supple in some way? I don't want to get to an old age time and I can't bend over to pick up something, or I can't touch my toes. Many people my age, which is mid to late 30s I guess you'd call me, they can't do simple things that really we should be able to do. And I think it's a terrible crying shame, and a lot of that comes down to your suppleness, your flexibility, if you like. So you've got to look for, is this exercise going to tighten me up even more? Which a lot of people, they just go out, pound the pavement running. It tightens so much of their body, their muscles, and they don't spend enough time stretching or moving those joints and muscles afterwards, that they end up becoming worse off in the long run. Even though they may be losing weight, they may be improving their cardiovascular fitness. Really, for me, if I can't put my socks on without having to sit down first, then for me that's always been the benchmark. I know it sounds silly to say that, but try that next time. Try putting your socks on without sitting down on a chair. And that's kind of my benchmark, if you like. But really it's about being supple throughout your life. The next one is stability. So does doing the exercise increase my stability, or at least at the very least maintain it? But really we want to continuously improve our stability, our balance, if you like. A lot of injuries, especially when it comes to the winter, because you're unstable, maybe it's a bit icy underfoot, or you slip on the bathroom, or you turn when you're playing football, whatever it might be. If you haven't got that stability, that balance in place, it's going to be a lot easier to injure yourself. And especially as you get older and older, a lot of people fall down because they're unbalanced and they don't have that stability in place. So does the exercise that I'm doing increase my stability in some way? And that's really one of the key ones that you need to look for as well. The other one is, will it increase my speed in some way? I look at things like maybe I have to involve sprinting or high intensity training where you go for a short burst where you're really engaging different muscles in your system and you're putting a different load on your heart in a very short burst period of time. So you get quicker and quicker and it puts more of a load on. So does it increase your speed in some way? That's something else that you might want to consider when looking at exercises and sports that you might want to follow. The next one, which is a common one that people look for, is stamina. Cardiovascular fitness. Is doing this going to improve my ability to stay at things longer, improve my stamina? can I then go and do a 500-kilometer bike ride over a few days by doing something completely different, which is often what I do. I don't necessarily train for my cycles that I tend to do once a year. I do that stamina building in other ways. So does it increase my stamina, this particular exercise or sport that I'm doing? So those first 5, strength, suppleness, stability, speed and stamina, they're probably a bit more obvious to you. They're probably things that you might already consider. The next one though, number 6, is skill. Does doing this exercise increase my skill level? Does it require me to focus more, to really concentrate about what I need to do? Is there a complicated move in there where I really have to put all my focus in and increase my skill level? Or is it just something quite mundane and it's not engaging my brain in that way? And there are many different interpretations of what it takes to be skillful, whether that's running or maybe you're canoeing or you're rock climbing or you're weightlifting, Olympic powerlifting, whatever it might be. There's different elements of skill. So consider what you think is skillful for you, but does it engage your brain? Does it take time to master? For me, I think that's quite important as well, to engage all aspects of your body, your mind, your spirit, in terms of does it engage your skill level in some way? And the last one, which I really want to encourage you to consider, is that of spirit. Does this particular sport or exercise engage your spirit in some way? And that could mean different things to different people. For you, it might mean your soul. Does it help elevate you to a different place? So maybe you want to start doing yoga and it's good for your soul. Or maybe what you think by spirit is it going to enliven you? Is it going to make you happy and joyful? A lot of times people start doing exercises that really aren't right for them. People ask me, what's the best kind of exercise to do for losing weight? Or what's the best kind of exercise for improving my cardiovascular fitness? Well, truth be known, it's really going to be a choice between the exercise that you're going to enjoy, to be honest. Because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it. So does this exercise, this sport, this activity enliven your spirit in some way? And that, like I said, doesn't have to be spiritual. It could just be that it makes you happy, that it gives you fulfillment, that you're excited to do it. You're never going to go to the gym if you hate going to the gym. Stop going. That's all I've got to say. Maybe take the dog for a walk instead. That might actually fulfill part of that instead. So, just to recap, we had strength, suppleness, stability, speed, stamina, skill and spirit. And I want to encourage you this week to consider the exercises, the sports, the fitness activities that you currently do. And on a scale of 1 to 5 for each of those 7 criteria, maybe 5 being it meets it a lot and 1 meaning it doesn't meet it at all, start marking off where you are and see how close you get to that 35 number. Obviously, the closer you get, the better. I don't think that you're going to meet all categories all the time in all sports, so you might want to put 2 or 3 different things in combination. For me, I currently mix it up between CrossFit, yoga, which I've been doing for a long time, rebounding, which many of you know that I love, walking, cycling. They tend to be my main ones, and I believe that I meet all of those criteria at some degree across all of those. So where one might fall short, the other ones tend to pick up. So consider the exercise or exercises that you do, and do they meet those 7 criteria? And if they don't, maybe consider something that will meet a few more of those criteria for 2015. That's all I've got to say this week on choosing the fitness, choosing exercise, choosing a sport for you. Do remember to share this with other people because I think it'll be really useful for them, and subscribe because I am hoping to grow this channel, this message, wherever I can. I can only do that with your help, so do share, do subscribe, do give it a thumbs up and a like if you indeed found this useful. And until I speak to you next time, I wish you a very, very happy week and enjoy all that you do. Take care, bye-bye.